We're diving into a rare and fascinating coin that might just be hiding in your collection, the 1990 Mint Mark Kennedy half-dollar. A coin that's worth up to $1.6 million on the market. Yes, you heard that right. So, let's break down everything you need to know about this coin, its incredible value, and how you might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. The Kennedy half-dollar has been in circulation since 1964, but not all of them are created equal. The 1990 Mint Mark Kennedy half-dollar is one of the most sought-after coins by collectors. At first glance, it may seem like just another coin, but it's not just about its face value. It's about rarity, condition, and, most importantly, a certain unique characteristic that sets it apart from the rest. The coin in question is famous for being part of a very limited batch of Kennedy half-dollars produced by the Denver Mint. While the coin was minted in regular quantities, an error during production created an extremely rare variety of this coin. This error coin is what has captured the attention of coin collectors and investors alike, driving its value to astronomical levels. So, what is the error that makes the 1990 Mint Mark Kennedy half-dollar worth up to $1.6 million? The error lies in the coin's design. A very small batch of these coins was struck with a unique minting mistake, one that makes them far rarer than the millions of standard Kennedy half-dollars from the same year. It's important to note that the 1990 Mint Mark Kennedy half-dollar, in its regular form, is not rare at all. It's the error version that collectors go crazy for. These coins can have a misaligned die, a double die, or even a missing mint mark, which makes them particularly valuable. Now, you may be wondering how you can tell if you found one of these valuable error coins in your own collection. While the differences may seem small, they are enough to significantly increase the value of the coin. Let's talk about some of the key things to look for. First, you need to examine the mint mark. The D mint mark on the coin should be crisp and clear. If the mint mark is missing or appears doubled, you may have a valuable error coin. Another key feature to check is the overall quality of the coin. Coins in better condition are more likely to fetch a higher price. Coins that are uncirculated, with no signs of wear and tear, are the most sought after by collectors. Next, check the edge of the coin. Any signs of an unusual edge, such as a reeded edge that doesn't quite match, might indicate a minting error. But the most important thing to look for is the overall appearance of the coin. If it looks different from other 1990 Kennedy half-dollars, you could be holding something truly special. So, why does a small error make the coin worth so much? The answer lies in rarity and demand. There are only a few of these error coins in existence, making them incredibly hard to come by. The fewer there are, the higher the demand from collectors, which in turn drives up the value. In fact, some of these rare 1990 Mint Mark Kennedy half-dollars have sold for well over $1 million. This is due to the sheer rarity and the fact that coin collectors are always looking for that elusive piece to complete their collection. Another reason for the high value is the popularity of the Kennedy half-dollar in general. Since its introduction in 1964, the coin has become an iconic part of American currency. It was originally issued to honor the late President John F. Kennedy, and as a result, it holds significant historical importance. This adds to its desirability, especially when paired with the rarity of the error coin. If you think you might have a 1990 Mint Mark Kennedy half-dollar in your possession, you might be wondering how to sell it. First, it's important to get your coin authenticated by a reputable coin dealer or a professional grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. They can confirm whether your coin is indeed one of the rare error varieties. Once your coin is authenticated, you can either sell it at auction or directly to a dealer. Auctions often bring in the highest prices, but it's important to note that the auction house will take a commission. However, this could be a great option if your coin is truly rare and in good condition. For many collectors, investing in rare coins like the 1990 Mint Mark Kennedy half-dollar is a long-term strategy. As we've seen, the value of rare coins can increase significantly over time. If you're just starting to invest in coins, the Kennedy half-dollar is a great place to begin. However, it's important to remember that not all coins will be worth millions, so it's essential to do your research and understand the market before making any big purchases. So, there you have it, the 1990 Mint Mark Kennedy half-dollar. A coin that may look ordinary at first glance but is actually worth up to $1.6 million because of its rare minting error. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, this coin is certainly one to keep an eye out for. If you think you have one, don't hesitate to get it checked out by an expert. Who knows, you might be sitting on a small fortune. We've got something really special to talk about, a coin that could be worth millions if you happen to have one sitting in your collection. That's right, we're talking about the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar with no mint mark. Stick around to find out why this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth as much as $1.7 million. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is often overlooked by collectors. It's a coin most people are familiar with, but for the vast majority of collectors, it's simply another half-dollar from the 1970s. However, there's a specific version of this coin that can fetch an eye-popping amount on the market, a version that has no mint mark. So, what makes this particular coin so valuable? To understand that, we need to dive into a bit of coin history. The United States Mint produces coins at several different facilities, and typically, they mark each coin with a mint mark to indicate where it was made. In 1973, there were three main mints in operation: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most coins from this year, including the Kennedy half-dollars, were minted in either Denver or San Francisco. The Denver Mint coins bear a D mint mark, and those from the San Francisco Mint have an S mint mark. But here's where things get interesting. In 1973, the Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins without a mint mark, surprisingly did not produce many Kennedy half-dollars. As a result, most collectors assume that the coins without any mint mark were produced in Philadelphia. And that's where the mystery begins. Now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal with these coins without a mint mark? After all, isn't the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar just another coin from the 70s? Well, as it turns out, it's not that simple. Over the years, coin collectors have started to notice that certain 1973 half-dollars without mint marks are incredibly rare. In fact, only a handful of them have ever been found, making them extremely desirable to serious collectors. The rarity of these coins, combined with their historical significance, drives up their value dramatically. Now, if you're lucky enough to have one of these rare 1973 Kennedy half-dollars with no mint mark, you might be sitting on a small fortune. In the past few decades, these coins have sold for astonishing prices, some reaching as high as $1.7 million at auction. That's right, a single coin could potentially make you a millionaire. At an auction, the bidding for these coins can be fierce. Coin collectors, investors, and dealers from all over the world are hunting for these elusive gems. The high value of these coins is due to their rarity, the condition of the coin, and the historical intrigue that surrounds them. But how can you tell if your 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is one of the rare, no mint mark coins? Great question. First, you'll need to carefully examine your coin. The most important thing to look for is the lack of a mint mark. If your coin has no D or S mint mark, it's one step closer to being the rare variety you want to find. Now, if you find a 1973 half-dollar with no mint mark, it's important to check its condition. Coins that are in pristine condition, meaning they have no significant wear, scratches, or discoloration, will be worth significantly more than those that have been heavily circulated. Once you've confirmed that your coin is a no mint mark 1973 Kennedy half-dollar, the next step is to get it appraised. Professional coin grading services can determine the exact value based on its rarity and condition. A high-grade specimen, with minimal wear and excellent details, can fetch anywhere from hundreds of thousands of dollars to over $1 million. Remember, just because you have a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark, it doesn't automatically mean it's worth $17 million. The value depends heavily on the coin's condition, the rarity of the find, and the current demand from collectors. But even in lower grades, these coins can still command impressive prices. So, if you've got a jar full of coins at home, it might be worth taking a closer look at your 1973 Kennedy half-dollars. You never know, you could be holding a hidden treasure. If you want to learn more about how to evaluate your coins or how to get them appraised, let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to help. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and surprising stories in the world of coin collecting, the 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar. This coin, which many people overlook, has created a buzz in the numismatic community with one example valued at a staggering $1.8 million. Let's explore what makes this coin so special and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, following his tragic assassination. These coins quickly became a symbol of remembrance and were heavily hoarded by collectors and the general public. However, most people don't realize that some of these coins, particularly the 1971 D, hold extraordinary value. To understand why, let's start with a bit of background. In 1971, the United States Mint stopped using silver in Kennedy half-dollars intended for circulation. Instead, these coins were minted with a copper-nickel composition. Millions were struck at the Denver Mint, denoted by the D mint mark. Under normal circumstances, these coins aren't particularly rare, but this is where things get interesting. The coin in question, a 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar, was accidentally struck on a 90% silver planchet, which was left over from earlier production runs. This was a significant minting error, as the mint had already transitioned to copper-nickel-clad planchets for circulation coins. This error makes the 1971 D silver planchet coin incredibly rare, with only a few known examples. Let's talk about how this mistake happened. When the mint transitioned to copper-nickel planchets, leftover silver blanks from previous years should have been removed. However, a small number of these silver blanks remained in the system and were accidentally fed into the presses during the production of 1971 Kennedy half-dollars at the Denver Mint. This resulted in a handful of coins being struck on silver planchets instead of the intended copper-nickel planchets. The rarity of this coin cannot be overstated. To date, only a few examples of the 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar struck on silver planchets have been authenticated. This extreme scarcity is one of the primary reasons why this coin commands such a high value among collectors. Now, let's discuss the value. In 2023, one of these rare coins made headlines when it sold for an astounding $1.8 million at auction. This sale set a record for Kennedy half-dollars and underscored the importance of mint errors in numismatics. The coin's value is driven not only by its rarity but also by its condition, known as grade. Coins graded at higher levels, such as MS 65 or higher, fetch premium prices. So, how can you tell if you have a 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar struck on a silver planchet? The first thing to check is the weight. A standard copper-nickel Kennedy half-dollar weighs approximately 11.34 grams, while the silver version weighs slightly more at around 12.5 grams. You can use a precise digital scale to measure the weight of your coin. If your coin weighs closer to 12.5 grams, it could be a silver planchet error. Another way to identify this rare coin is by its edge. A standard copper-nickel Kennedy half-dollar has a reeded edge with visible copper coloring, while the silver version will have a uniform silver appearance along the edge. If you believe you have a 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar struck on a silver planchet, it's crucial to have it authenticated by a reputable grading service such as PCGS or NGC. These organizations have the expertise and equipment to determine the authenticity and grade of your coin, which can significantly impact its value. Even if you don't have the rare silver planchet error, it's worth checking your collection for other valuable Kennedy half-dollars. Coins with high grades, unique mint marks, or notable errors can still fetch impressive prices at auction. Before we wrap up, let's reflect on why coins like the 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar are so important. These coins are more than just currency, they're pieces of history. They tell stories of production errors, changing minting practices, and the enduring legacy of President John F. Kennedy. For collectors, finding a rare coin like this is the ultimate treasure hunt. In conclusion, the 1971 D. Kennedy half-dollar struck on a silver planchet is one of the rarest and most valuable coins in U.S. history. Its incredible value of $1.8 million demonstrates the excitement and intrigue that rare coins bring to the world of numismatics. If you're a coin enthusiast or simply curious about what's hiding in your spare change, take a closer look. You might just discover a piece of history worth millions. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating stories about rare coins. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a unique coin in your collection. We dive into one of the most fascinating topics for coin collectors and enthusiasts. Have you ever wondered if the coins in your pocket change might be worth a fortune? Well, today, we're focusing on the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar with no mint mark, a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors everywhere. Could this coin really be worth $1.9 million? Let's find out. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964 to honor the late President John F. Kennedy. Over the years, this coin has become a favorite among collectors. While most Kennedy half-dollars are valuable for their historical significance, certain varieties have become legendary for their rarity and worth. One such variety is the 1974 no-mint mark Kennedy half-dollar. Before we get into the value of this coin, let's understand a bit about what no mint mark means. A mint mark is a small letter or symbol on a coin that indicates where it was produced. For example, coins minted in Denver have a D, those from San Francisco have an S, and those from Philadelphia typically have no mark. So, technically, a 1974 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. But why is this coin so special? In 1974, millions of Kennedy half-dollars were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. These coins are generally not rare. However, what makes certain 1974 no-mint mark Kennedy half-dollar stand out is their condition and unique characteristics. Some of these coins were struck in incredibly high quality, known as proof-like or deep cameo finishes, even though they weren't officially part of proof sets. This anomaly is what has driven their value sky-high. So, what's the big deal about this particular coin being valued at $1.9 million? The value of any coin depends on a few factors: its rarity, condition, historical significance, and demand among collectors. In the case of the 1974 no-mint mark Kennedy half-dollar, it's the combination of these factors that has pushed its worth to such astronomical levels. First, rarity. While millions of these coins were minted, only a tiny fraction have been found with exceptional characteristics. Coins in near-perfect condition are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. A grade of MS-68 or higher, which indicates a nearly flawless coin, can exponentially increase its value. Some of these rare coins have fetched record-breaking prices at auctions. Second, the condition of the coin. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins with minimal wear and tear, sharp details, and a lustrous appearance. If you happen to have a 1974 Kennedy half-dollar in pristine condition, especially one with deep cameo or proof-like qualities, you might be sitting on a goldmine. We're diving into a fascinating story about one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history, the 1992 D. mint mark Kennedy half-dollar. If you're a coin collector or just curious about rare finds, you're in for a treat. This coin is not only rare but also incredibly valuable, with one example reportedly worth a staggering $1.30 million. First, let's talk about what makes the Kennedy half-dollar special. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. Over the years, these coins have become a favorite among collectors due to their historical significance and unique design. But the 1992 D. Kennedy half-dollar is in a league of its own. What makes this coin so valuable? It all boils down to a minting error. In 1992, the U.S. Mint produced Kennedy half-dollars with two different finishes: business strikes for circulation and proof strikes for collectors. Proof coins are made with a more polished finish and are struck multiple times to bring out intricate details. However, a few coins from the Denver Mint were accidentally struck with the proof die instead of the business strike die. This error resulted in what's known as the 1992 Close AM Keenedy half-dollar. Now, let's break down what Close AM means. If you look at the reverse of most Keenedy half-dollars, the letters A and M in the word America are slightly spaced apart. On the Close AM version, these letters are almost touching. This small detail might seem insignificant, but it's a major indicator of the minting error. For collectors, finding a Close AM Keenedy half-dollar from 1992 is like discovering a hidden treasure. So how rare is this coin? Experts believe that only a handful of these coins exist. Some estimates suggest there could be fewer than 10 in existence. This extreme rarity is a major factor in its sky-high value. To date, one of these coins was sold at auction for over $1.3 million, setting a record for Keenedy half-dollars, but why would someone pay that much for a single coin? The answer lies in the world of coin collecting. Rare coins are highly sought after by collectors, and the more unique a coin is, the higher its value. The 1992 Close AM Keenedy half-dollar is a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and intrigue. It's the kind of coin that serious collectors dream of owning. Now let's talk about how to identify this coin. If you happen to have Keenedy half-dollars from 1992, grab them and take a close look at the reverse side. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the spacing between the A and M in America. If the letters are almost touching, you might just have a Close AM Keenedy half-dollar. But don't stop there. You'll also want to check for the D mint mark, which is located just below Kennedy's portrait on the obverse side of the coin. If you think you found one of these coins, it's crucial to have it authenticated by a professional grading service. Companies like PCGS or NGC can confirm whether your coin is the real deal and assign it a grade based on its condition. A higher grade means a higher value, so proper authentication is a must. Even if you don't find a 1992 Close AM Keenedy half-dollar, searching for rare coins can still be a rewarding hobby. Every coin has a story, and you never know what you might uncover. Whether it's a unique minting error or a piece of history, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. So, what are your thoughts on the 1992 mint mark Keenedy half-dollar? Have you ever come across one in your own collection or heard stories about it? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on rare coins, collectibles, and everything in between. We're diving into an incredible topic that has been making waves in the coin collecting community. If you're into rare coins or just curious about the value of certain coins, this video is for you. We're talking about the 1776 to 1976 no mint mark Keenedy half-dollar and why some of these coins can be worth a staggering $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, over $1 million for a single coin. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what makes the 1776 to 1976 Keenedy half-dollar so special. These coins were issued to commemorate the United States bicentennial, celebrating 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. They feature a dual date, 1776 to 1976, which makes them unique compared to other half-dollars. On the reverse side, instead of the usual presidential seal design, there's an image of Independence Hall in Philadelphia. This bicentennial design was only used for a limited time, which already adds to the coin's appeal. Now, when we say no mint mark, what does that mean? Mint marks indicate where a coin was produced. For example, D stands for the Denver Mint, and S represents the San Francisco Mint. A coin without a mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. The 1776 to 1976 Keenedy half-dollars without a mint mark are common, but what makes some of them incredibly valuable comes down to a few factors: rarity, condition, and errors. Let's start with rarity. While millions of these coins were produced, certain rare varieties are worth a fortune. For example, some coins were struck in 40% silver. These were originally sold as part of special collector's sets but occasionally turn up in circulation. If you have a 40% silver 1776 to 1976 half-dollar, it's already worth more than its face value. But the true treasure lies in error coins. Error coins are produced when something goes wrong during the minting process. Examples include double die errors, off-center strikes, or missing details. For the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar, some coins have errors that make them incredibly valuable. One of the most famous examples is the double die obverse. This occurs when the design is struck twice on the same coin, resulting in a slightly doubled appearance. If you happen to find one of these coins, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Another key factor is condition. Coin collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for coins in pristine condition. This is where grading comes into play. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A 1776 to 1976 no-mint mark Kennedy half-dollar in mint condition, graded as MS 70, can fetch an astronomical price at auction. The $1.6 million valuation comes from a coin that was not only rare but also in flawless condition. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? First, check the date and design. It should say 1776 to 1976, and the reverse should feature Independence Hall. Next, look for the absence of a mint mark below Kennedy's neck. If there's no D or S, it was minted in Philadelphia. After that, inspect the coin carefully for errors. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help you spot details like doubling or misalignments. If you think you have a valuable coin, it's worth having it professionally graded. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and give it an official grade, which significantly impacts its value. Keep in mind that even if your coin isn't worth millions, it could still be worth much more than its face value, especially if it's silver or in excellent condition. For those of you who don't already have one of these coins, they're still relatively easy to find. Check your pocket change, visit your local coin shop, or search online marketplaces. Just be cautious when buying coins online. Make sure you're dealing with reputable sellers to avoid counterfeits. Before we wrap up, let's talk about why coins like these are so valuable. It's a combination of history, artistry, and rarity. The Kennedy half-dollar represents a pivotal moment in American history and the legacy of President John F. Kennedy. The bicentennial edition adds even more historical significance. When you combine that with the rarity of certain errors and the demand from collectors, you get a coin that's not just a piece of currency but a treasure. So, there you have it, the fascinating story behind the 1776 to 1976 no-mint mark Kennedy half-dollar and why some of them are worth as much as $1.6 million. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this is a coin to keep an eye out for. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the BS Coins World. Leave a comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin or if you have questions about coin collecting.